We've got a real treat for you today. She has one of the world's most angelic voices, an international star of stage and screen, the original Miss Saigon, the singing voice of two Disney princesses, Jasmine and Mulan. And she's set to receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame next year. We're talking about the one and only Lea Salonga.
When will my reflection shine who I am inside?
Salonga is starring in something a little different, a short film based on the latest project of the Bay Area mom and tech worker turned best-selling author and film producer Abigail Heng Wen. You may remember her from her breakout YA novel, Love Boat Taipei. Joining us live now to talk about The Veil origins, Abigail Heng Wen and the incomparable Lea Salonga. Abigail and Lea, so great to see you both.
Hi, good to be here.
Okay, I'm so starstruck right now. Abigail, you and I have talked many times, but Lea, I'm shaking. I'm so delighted to have you. Oh my gosh. Okay, Abigail, I'm going to start with you. The latest project, The Veil, is very timely. It explores an AI-generated virtual world through a tween boy. Tell us about the premise here and what inspired you. There it is.
There it is, yes. So this novel comes out September 16th with a Bay Area publisher, Third State Books, and it features a boy, Brand, 13-year-old Brand, who is part of an inventor family in Silicon Valley that builds an AI-generated virtual fantasy world. I actually wrote it in 2015, but it was too early to publish. No one knew what AI generation was, and so I had to shelve it for 10 years, and now it's time.
Well, you foresaw the future, and you know, AI generated world, what could go wrong? I mean, honestly.
Exactly.
Right? And then, okay, so where Lea comes in is that not only is this a novel, but you've got a prequel, a hybrid live action and animated short film called The Veil Origins. Explain this concept.
So this is a prequel that takes place 6 years prior. It is how the family decided to create the veil in the first place. And it's the story of a grieving inventor family that finds new life and hope through their child's imagination.
Got it. And Lea, looks like you play the mom here, right? And is this a
Right.
non-singing role?
There's a tiny bit of singing, but there isn't any kind of performance type
And
singing.
that, of
Not
course.
for this, but this is, yeah.
And of course, that is so different from what we're used to seeing you and hearing you in, right? Your Broadway stage experiences and Disney
Right.
musical experiences. What drew you to this?
I was asked really nicely. Um,
Abigail does that?
that's pretty much it. She asked really nicely, and it felt like something that would be fun to do. And given what's going on with AI now, it seemed that she was just prescient in predicting a world that a lot of young people would have access to. So it's kind of interesting that she originally wrote this 10 years ago.
Right,
and
I
now
know.
here it is.
I know. And I look at the themes, right, of family and healing. And Lea, you're a mom too, I think. Does that resonate with you personally?
It does. It does. I'm the mom to well, pretty much an adult now. But yeah, when he was younger, this was like not the kind of thing that I think I had to necessarily be concerned about, because this kind of technology was not even in our purview. But now here we are.
Yeah.
And thankfully he's very savvy with this sort of thing and very good about his social media presence and his access to technology, and seems to enjoy a lot of the analog world, thank goodness.
That's awesome.
So it's awesome.
Lea, you became the first Asian woman to win the Tony for Best Actress in a Musical for Miss Saigon over 30 years ago. I have to ask you, since you're here, how far have things come in terms of Asian American stories being told on stage and on screen? I mean, you know, Abigail's story and Love Boat Taipei, all of that, that is, you know, certainly remarkable.
It's remarkable, but I don't know that there are enough stories that are still being told. I mean, I had an interview earlier today, and that was a similar question that was asked. I mean, there's a lot that has definitely advanced as far as representation. And this year has been kind of great with K-pop Demon Hunters. But I don't know that it's enough. I think that there just needs to be more, definitely more stories told, and for more of our people to be able to see themselves on screen or on stage. I think that kind of representation is incredibly important.
Yeah.
And the more specific you are with certain stories, the funny thing is, the paradoxical thing is that more people find them universal when this kind of specificity is introduced in storytelling.
And that was very true, Abigail, of Love Boat Taipei, which was then, of course, turned into a film, which, by the way, I think a lot of people, myself included, are hoping the second two books will also get turned into film. Are you working on that? Is that happening?
I would love to share when I can.
Okay, okay. But in the meantime, do you find this story, The Veil, to be quite universal?
Yeah, so this story, it features a Asian family. So you saw the mom, dad, and the kid. And it is a very specific story, and that's this quirky, neurodiverse inventor family that just loves to make cool things. And at the start of the novel, they fall in on hard times. They get evicted from their home. So it's a story about, actually, I saw Amazon classified it as a children's homelessness story. And it's actually, they've lost confidence in themselves and their abilities. And it's their own creation that ultimately shows them how brilliant they are and their work is. So, you can tell it's a very specific story, with very specific characters, relationships. And I do hope that it will universally appeal to people all around the world in the way that Love Boat Taipei has, and surprised me in that way.
Definitely. So The Veil comes out September 16th, like you said, the book. What about, where can people see The Veil Origins?
So come to my launch at Linden Tree Books on the 13th. It's at 11 a.m. and I will tell you. So folks come by.
Okay.
Also sign up for my newsletter at www.abigailhingwen.com. We are about to hit the film festival circuit, so we cannot show the film publicly, but we may have some private screening opportunities.
Got it. And Lea, you're touring a lot this year. I know you're coming to Northern California, right? October 3rd at Cache Creek Casino, I think, and October 5th in Modesto.
Yes.
What can audiences expect from the shows?
The tour is titled Stage, Screen, and Everything in Between. And it's basically me singing some of my favorite songs from the worlds of the stage and the worlds of the screen. We first launched this tour in the UK 2 years ago, and we did it last year in Manila and in Dubai. And we tweak depending on where we're going. So yeah, we have a few little tweaks for this tour coming up, and yeah, it's been a musical theater heavy year, so it's time for me to do some concertizing again.
Well, you do absolutely everything, and also incredibly, you're a true role model. So glad to be able to chat with you today, and audiences can see you when you come here in October.
Likewise.
And Abigail, congratulations on your book coming out, The Veil and The Veil Origins. We'll stick around for more news on that. Thank you both.
Thank you.